All right, Nick, let's take a look at one of your runs here. First off, sorry, it came out kind of sideways. Don't know why, can't change it. Just watching it on a laptop, flip it on its side, or you may hurt your neck. All right, here we go. Um, out of the chute here, first turn. Feet a little narrow, right at the top of the turn. Kind of have a little wider stance consistently through the turn. You do widen them out there. All looking pretty good there. You had some clumps of some soft snow here and there. So we did see some spray, and you're kind of going through it there. I think it kind of like threw you off balance a bit. No worries. But again, hard to see with the spray, but a little narrow at the top of the turn. I would think about that one for sure. Make it a little more GS turns than kind of what I thought on your slalom boards, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Look to me in here like, let's see if we can get a better look. Kind of leaning in a bit there. And I think skis kind of gave away a tad on you, right in there. Hard to see, but a lot of spray. Again, narrow at the top of the turn. I think we clearly want to widen them throughout. Hard to get a lot of early pressure on the new uphill ski, new outside ski at the top of the turn when the feet are that narrow. You widen them out though, but I think we want to have a more consistent width. But all in all, I mean, it's some pretty nice skiing. I tell you right now, I expect a lot out of you this year. Last year, funny year, getting hurt and all. You went left, I had to go right, but let's get back up and find you. I expect some medals on your neck at some U16 races for sure. All right, let's get back to this. Pretty good turn. Again, I think even we talked about, it looked like your left-footed turns where you're more narrow at the top, but, the tracks don't lie, and I think we'll see that, the tracks were a little more narrow and then got wider even on this side throughout the turn. But as far as, the GS turns go, you had nice level shoulders. You are square. Here you get kind of stacked up in the middle. We like getting stacked up, getting the hips up over the boots a bit in the transition. You are fairly square with the chest and hips to the skis in GS, which is good, and square to the direction of travel. You definitely have, both skis up once the turn develops matching with parallel shafts of the shins right there. You can see you're definitely in the front of the boot, obviously. Look at the ankle flexion. Again, all aligned up pretty well for GS to the direction of travel. Nice pole plants. A good stance, good balance. Just at that, at the top of the turn, although we do actually see, a little bend and reverse camber there, it is hard to get a lot of, and actually flattens out right there, but it is hard to get a lot of early pressure when the feet, whoop, get on that line, when the feet are that narrow. I mean, right here, I think we'd want to see a better bend in the ski. And a lot of your work happens from really the fall line down in here as opposed to above the fall line. We're going to try to practice getting, carving above the fall line. Above and against the fall line is where we want to be carving. This top of the turn here, I'd love to see a little more bend in this outside ski. Not a lot of pressure right there. And your pressure comes in here once you hit the fall line, which means in a race course, you'd be working a little too hard under the gate. All right, now I think we're going to a little slalom action maybe. There we go. And immediately when you change the radius, your focus is now down the hill nicely. That's some good stuff. We're now much more square down the hill, which is where we want to be, letting it all happen down below you. Oh, where'd you go? You know, nice ankle flexion. That's a good stance right there. Picture perfect. Come in. You get your hips up over the boots. You know, maybe again a tad narrow at the top of the turn even here. You widen them out as the turn progresses. But, you know, all in all, that's some pretty good skiing. Always staying in slalom. You know, really square. Where's my square? Square down the hill. We like that. All right. Good job, Nick. And tracks don't lie. Those tracks are clean, and obviously the tip and tail of the ski went through the exact same spot in the snow. That's what we want to see. Good job. We'll just finish it off.